Okay, last week I started out my reviews of these Super7 Transformers Ultimates Wave 1 figures by reviewing Insecticon Bombshell down here, and today I'm going to move on with my second figure I'll be reviewing and opening up, which is the Ghost of Starscream. For those who are wondering, the Ghost of Starscream originated in the Transformers Generation 1 cartoon because, I don't know, Starscream has an immortal spark or some bullshit. Like, I couldn't be bothered to rewatch that episode to be reminded of what the exact rationale for this is, but like the idea here, I think, from Super7 was to put something in this wave so that fans could be like, holy shit, I can't believe that they did that in that wave. Super7 is so crazy and innovative. But actually, you know, this is a pretty commonly used tactic by toy companies, putting a variation of a figure that will be less popular out before the definitive one. It's used by Hasbro, Mattel, other companies all the time. Anyway, let's bust open this Ghost of Starscream figure. I did watch the Beast Wars episode Possession, which also has the Ghost of Starscream in it, sort of, to prepare for this, but it turned out to be ultimately meaningless because Starscream really only appears in that episode as a spark and as possessing Waspinator. Inside of that brown shipper box, we have this very nice slip-covered box, which features, I believe, Starscream on the front of it in etched foil, and it is inside of plastic, so it can waste some more materials. Let's open this up a little bit further. I'm gonna knock Bombshell out of the way here. He was okay, but you know, that's a character no one cares about, or at least I don't care about, so I wasn't that enamored, but sometimes I do like Starscream, so this is a little bit more interesting to me. So you can pull off this slipcover. That is really neat. I like that. I don't know if it was necessary. Okay, so inside we find the Ghost of Starscream, and he is made of translucent plastic with little flicks of glitter inside. If you ever collected Funko Hikaris, which were these big, Funko hollow vinyl figures, they did a lot of glitter variants like this, which I liked a lot. But I was one of the only Hikari fans, I think, and I sold most of my Funko Hikaris for pennies on the dollar of what I paid for them, which was unfortunate. Back of the box, you can see at least the stats for Ghost of Starscream. I think it's kind of weird that his endurance is not a 10, seeing as how he is a ghost and immortal and cannot be killed, but you know, that is what it is. Anyway, let me splice open this box, trying not to cut myself and bleed to death on screen. One cut. Is there anything over here to cut? Nope. I'm going to do my best to blind unbox this, although if I'm forced to cut away, then I am. A nice mirrored, silvery insert in here, but I'm going to throw that out. I made the mistake when I unboxed Bombshell, thinking I had to cut away to unbox this because I saw a twist tie, but as it turned out, there was only one twist tie, so it was sort of a waste. But here we can see Starscream with his various accessories here, including a hand that just randomly fell out. Is that one gone forever? I don't see. Oh, I kind of see it by my feet, so I guess it's not gone forever. Let me set him down here for just a moment while I grab that hand. Let's see. I'm going to undo this twisty tie. Maybe. I'm going to attempt to undo this twisty tie. I might do a cut if I fumble with this too much, but it appears I have not. And as far as I can tell, that's the only twist tie, so this might be an easy unboxing, despite not being able to, see. All right, here is an alternate head for Starscream. It's got kind of a frowny scowl on it. I don't know if this is the greatest Starscream face I've ever seen. In fact, it's definitely not the greatest Starscream face that I've ever seen, even being half blind, but it is what it is. It's got the little silver glitter flecks inside of it. And let's see here. I'm trying to pull out another head. All right, so this head is all black. This is based on the Starscream G1 toy. I think it's the fact that there is a toy head, I think, is pretty neat. And also in here, we have more alternate hands, including the one that randomly fell out. for no reason before. I assume that there's some that are better for holding his, I mean, those are the only, there aren't any really handheld guns for him to be holding, because, you know, he has guns on his arms, being a jet fighter plane transformer, and the fact that he's always had guns upon his arms. So, let me finish taking out these pieces of plastic and see if I can pop Starscream himself out. Alright, here he goes. And it appears that his wings, in fact, were just behind him in the box and not attached to him, or they were attached weakly. We'll find out in a moment. So, here's Starscream. I'll put his wings down for the moment. He feels very light. There's not a lot of heft here. That's not surprising because Bombshell here was also quite light, although Starscream is lighter. Like, these are both have that rotocast feel to them of being hollow, which makes sense in Starscream's case because we know he is kind of hollow because he's translucent and has these little glitter things in him. You can move him around. You can, let's see what kind of articulation we've got. We've got knees, his feet. His feet kind of wiggle. They don't really move at all. Oh, they move up and down though. There is some hinged articulation on his feet. Does he move at the waist? Barely. Oh, makes sense he can't really move at the waist because that is where his cockpit is at. Here he is with his blaster cannon arms. And let me return him to a resting position and see if I can pop on his wings. Let's see here. What do these pop into? The little holes are actually in his back and not his arms. So I don't think I'll have too much difficulty. The guns on his arms are a separate little pop in and pop out piece in case you don't want them on there for whatever reason. But they fit tightly enough and it gives them some articulation that they can be removed. So I don't have any problems with that. Like, his head is on a nice ball joint. It is a wee bit loose, it feels like, but like it does move. Let me look at his default head here. Wow, that is not a great Starscream face as far as I can tell. Maybe you can see better because you almost certainly have better vision than me, but to me, this face, it totally sucks. All right, so let me see here. Can I just pop these wing things on? Yep, they just peg right in on his back and they fit pretty good. He does look a lot more natural and Starscream-like once you pop down his wings. And I like that they're removable just in case they're getting in the way and bothering you. He doesn't have any handheld guns, which I think is kind of a shame since he does have, you know, these grasping hands that can hold nothing for some reason. Why include these useless hands if they were not going to give him a gun? Here is the back of Starscream. I'll also take some pictures outside and insert those into the video. But overall, like, I like this glittery look of translucent Starscream. I am a sucker for this kind of gimmicky shit, like, you know, glitter, plastic, and those sorts of things. And I like this Starscream a lot. I know this is probably the most controversial figure in this set. It doesn't transform, obviously, since, you know, Super7 doesn't make transforming Transformers. But I kind of dig this. These wings on the back are going to take some getting used to. But, like, overall, the sculpt of the figure seems pretty good. This default head totally sucks. I might have to pop on one of the other heads, like when I do my photos to edit in. But overall, like, this is a good, fun figure of Starscream. I think it's an interesting thing for Super7 to put out. And will they sell me this figure again, like when they do a standard non-Ghost of Starscream? Probably not. Like, I don't know that I love this that much, but, you know, he is okay. Like, he's a decent figure. He's got some articulation. I don't know if I'd necessarily want all the pieces that come off to come off, but they do. Anyway, that's Starscream from Super7. Do I like him as much? He's not as cool to me as Bombshell just because Bombshell has that precedent of having first been a European action master, and I was never saying to myself, if I don't have a non-transforming action master, like Ghost of Starscream figure, my life won't be complete. But it turns out I did need this action master Bombshell. But this is a cool figure overall. I like the glitter effect. I think it's well done. I think the face is totally bullshit, but like everything else about this is pretty okay. I like it. I think that the quality is nice, and I'm looking forward to opening up the other two figures in this set, Optimus Prime and Bonsaitron, so stay tuned for those. Subscribe if you are a glutton for punishment, and I'll get around to unboxing those soon enough. That is it for today, so thank you for watching this unboxing, and have a great day.